What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Broadway Joel. If you like to stay up to date with boxing news, please hit that subscribe button. And if you've been here before, thanks for coming back. So, big news in the world of boxing. The WBA announced that Stanionis will be taking step-aside money in order for the unification between Yordenis Ugas and Errol Spence Jr. to happen. Now, this is a big deal in boxing, whether you like the fight or not. This is for a 3-belt unification in the welterweight division, which probably is the second most richest division in terms monetarily, other than the heavyweight division. So this is a big deal. And not only that, if Errol Spence were to win this fight, he would have 3 out of the 4 belts in the welterweight division. And the only remaining belt would be Terence Crawford. So when they would fight, it would be for the Undisputed. Now, as much as that excites me, and the fact that Terence Crawford is a free agent, it makes it more possible for this fight to happen, because we all know that was a hurdle with the whole cross the street thing, this whole bullshit that was happening, and that was preventing the fight from happening. That no longer is a hurdle. But me knowing how Al Heyman does business is he's going to have to sign Terence Crawford to a long-term deal. There is no way, no shot in hell that they're going to give Terence Crawford a shot at Undisputed without making him sign. Because if he were to win, he's just going to take those belts and go do about what he does with him? That's not how the new boxing landscape works. They try to keep those belts in-house. So if this fight were to happen, I don't think Terence Crawford is a big of enough name to do what Canelo does, how he does one-fight deals with, different promoters. I don't think Terence Crawford is at that level in terms of name recognition. He is on that level in terms of status as well as skill. But, in boxing, a lot of times the business gets in the way of fights happening. And this is one of the cases where if he was more popular, he would be able to just do a one-fight deal with PBC, take those belts, and then go about his way. But that's not the case. So, but me knowing Terence Crawford, and he'll do the math. He'll be like, listen, that's the biggest fight out there for me. It's for Undisputed. He was undisputed at 140, so unifications and stuff like that are stuff that he has in mind. He's also said that it's one of his lifetime goals to become undisputed at welterweight. And also, even if he wants to move up, let's say he says, fuck Errol Spence, I want to move up. He moves up to 154. PBC has all the belts there as well. So it's in his best interest to sign the longer term contract with PBC. Obviously, make sure he's well represented, make sure his financials is right, make sure they have a deal where they're going to promote him a certain way, how he likes, or, whatever it is he needs for his contract with PBC to be right, he needs to take care of that. But the big news is that Stanionis took the step-aside money, and now we're going to get Yordenis Ugas versus Errol Spence Jr. This is a good fight. Yordenis Ugas stepped in replacement for Errol Spence, beat Manny Pacquiao. And although it was an old Manny Pacquiao, it's still Manny Pacquiao. And Pacquiao wasn't an old man walking. He was an older age. He was not a prime Pacquiao. But point is, Yordenis Ugas is a bronze medalist, used his experience, has fought Sean Porter, has a lot of experience, fought Jamal James. He has a lot of experience, and Errol Spence does as well. So this is an interesting fight, and I'm glad it's happening. But I just hope that this brings us one step closer to seeing the fight we all want to see, which is him against Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. But yeah, let's see. This also affects the negotiations too as well. Going to the negotiation table. Errol Spence could be like, hey, listen, I'm bringing 3 belts to the fight. This for Undisputed. You only bring in 1. I need that big split in my favor, more than 60-40, 65-35 or something like that. I don't know. The point is, this will affect the negotiations, but in some weird way, I do think it brings us closer to the fight actually happening. But all right, guys, that's my video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, I go live every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's a live call-in show, so if you guys want to call in and express yourself, how you either agree or disagree with me, just call in. Let me know. I'm with all the smoke. So whatever you guys want to talk about once you call in, that's what we'll talk about. But all right, guys, until next time. Peace.